Okay, back again. It's been a while. We're playing our first game on our new Frontline gaming mat. The table's gone. We're playing 1850 points. This is our first game of 7th edition, so we'll probably make a lot of mistakes. It's also our first game using a big gargantuan creature. That's my Hierophant. So we're trying one of the new Maelstrom of War missions. We're playing Tactical Escalation. We've got Objective 1, Objective 2 over there, and we just have them staggered. 3, 4, 5, and 6. For my Tyranid army, not a lot of things on the board. I have a Crone, Zoanthrope, group of Gaunts, Flyrant with Devourers, another Zoanthrope, Flyrant with Devourers, and more Termagants. And the Hierophant is using a Bioplasma Torrent. That's the Hellstorm Strength 5 AP3. Did good on my Psychic powers. I've got Paroxysm and Psychic Scream on one, and on the other one I've got Onslaught and Psychic Scream. And this Zoanthrope has Onslaught. This one has Psychic Scream. Knocked out. Alright, for the wife. What do you have?
2 Wave Serpents, a Fire Prism, 2 Wraith Knights. I'm going to run 20 Dire Avengers split into 5s. 10 of them are on the table, 10 of them are going to be in the Wave Serpents. I'm going to try out Jetbikes for the first time with a Farseer. I've never used them before. I know I probably should have, but we'll see how that goes. I have a Wraith Lord with a Bright Lance, and a Farseer is attached to these Dire Avengers on this side. In reserve, I have a Flyer, and I'm going to bring in Swooping Hawks.
Yeah.
Yes.
So your Crimson Hunter's coming in. Since they've kind of changed the terrain rules, I just wanted to point out, we're trying out some custom terrain now. They're not really finished, but over here, this is going to count as 4-up cover if she's got anything in it. Over there is a 5-up and another 4-up. Same thing. I've got my 4-up here, Tyranid themed terrain. I've got my 5-up cover, and over here a 4-up cover. We kind of got a mirrored setup going, so everything's nice and fair. Pointing out we're using take all comers lists, so she didn't really tailor against me. I didn't tailor against her. Only thing left? You should have. Yeah. Well, this is just an experiment. You want to try and seize? You'll seize on a 5 now since I'm using a big bug.
Alright, let's see. Yay!
That's a 6. She sees the initiative. She'll be going first.
Shoot him and kill.
There's no night fighting, so
God.
Good luck.
Okay.
Okay. End of Eldar Turn 1. What happened?
Okay, so not much. I was supposed to get this objective, number 4 up here. Vehicles are now scoring, so my little Wave Servant is going to take it. So I did get my objective point, but it's also put my Wave Serpent in the middle of the field, so we'll see how that goes.
Yep.
I moved everything up. Everything's good. I was able to take out a Crone.
Yeah, the Wraith Knight got a pot shot.
Yes, and I did give the other Tyrant a wound while he's on the ground, so that's great. I've moved them into little hiding places. Ooh, they have Shrouded.
Yeah, let's talk about the
6 inches.
Psychic Phase thing. So that was our first new Psychic Phase.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. I actually have more Psychic power.
Lame.
It is lame. It's really slow and cumbersome, but once we're used to it, I'm sure it'll be really a little bit better. I actually have more Psychers on the board than she does, so
Yes.
I didn't even bother to deny the shrouding, but I did try to deny the
Visibility.
Yeah, the new really
Which would have been awesome.
Yeah, it's a really overpowered Psychic power for only 2 Warp Charge points. She tried to cast it on the Wave Serpent, but I just threw most of my dice at that, so
Yeah.
I was able to deny it. Okay, I rolled for my tactical objective. I'm supposed to hold 3 objectives, and if I do, I get D3 victory points, because that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Alright, so on to Tyranid Turn 1. So my objective was if I control 3 objectives at the end of my turn, I get D3 victory points. I was successful in getting that, but I only rolled for 1 victory point, so we were tied, but then we realized she also had first blood, so she's up by 1 point. We just had our first horrible encounter with the new perils table. I perilled whenever I was casting Onslaught with both of my tyrants. So, or actually, I'm sorry, the Zoanthrope and the Tyrant. One of them permanently lost a psychic power, and the other one, just had a wound with no saves allowed. Yeah, so they both took a wound, and then one lost a power.
That
totally
hurts.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Perils table is no joke now. The new vehicle rules made killing this thing somewhat hard with the Tyrant. I had a couple of penetrating hits, but I just didn't do a lot of damage other than wounds or weapon destroyed. Over here, even with my electroshock grubs, I only put on 1 wound to the fire prism. Other than that, I love the Hierophant. It put 4 wounds on this knight over here. Everyone over here had this whole shrouded thing going on, so I didn't want to waste any shots. And of course, whenever it charged, it totally wiped out this vehicle because it's had something on the order like 10 attacks or something. So
11 attacks. That's terrible.
Took it out. Moving on to Eldar Turn 2. Alright, end of Eldar Turn 2. What happened?
Great turn for me. Great turn. I am up to 6 objective points.
Now, how did you do that?
Okay, so I did that because I had 2 more objective things to take. I had to take this one. My Warlord trait ensured me of 1 extra victory point if I took it by my Farseer.
Yeah, what was that one called?
Oh, I forget.
Something. It's the one that lets you, whatever. If your Warlord's unit takes a victory point, then you get an additional 1. So,
only if you take the victory point by taking one of the objectives.
Yeah, the tactical.
Yes. So, got 2 by doing that. This thing, I discovered the weakness.
Sort of.
Yes. All you have to do is take Psychic Shriek to it.
and
then you have to roll really well.
Yeah, she'd get 3 wounds that way.
I got 3 wounds that way, which gives me another victory point if you score 3 wounds on it. So that took it down some. They did nothing. My Avengers did nothing.
They whiff. That whole new not grounding except for save wounds and only at the end is awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty bad for me. My Wraith Knights decided to also shoot it and gave it, 3 more wounds?
Yeah, and
3.
this one rolled 2 6s, so it was able to add on D3 hits, and I think I got 3 out of that. And my Feel No Pain rolls weren't so hot. So
well, it was doing shitty anyway, so it owed me 1. So great. Other than that, my shield's still up. I didn't drop it. I did take the objective. I did not take something out of the sky, so I guess that one follows me over for the next one.
Right, and the next turn you'll have like 2 other ones for a total of 3.
Yes.
So, cool deal. Moving on to Tyranid Turn 2.
High fives? Help with what? You can't have that dice. That dice tells Mommy how many times she's fucked up that year.
Speaking of that, end of Tyranid Turn 2. It was a good turn, I would think. I went to the ground over here with my Flyrant so that I could secure this objective because that was what my tactical card was. The other tactical card wanted me to kill a character in a challenge, and because of the new flying rules, I couldn't get into assault with this unit here, but I took care of that with just shooting. And Psychic Scream, which went off pretty well in the Psychic Power phase. Let's see, I didn't do any more periling. The Hierophant worked double time, did some wounds to this Wraith Lord, shot the other Wraith Knight, and killed the other Wraith Knight in assault. So,
but not before.
Yeah, that's true. She had double 6s on Overwatch and then rolled a 6 for another D3 wounds. I think you got 2 extra ones out of that.
Yes.
I did get Feel No Pain, and then later I made a regeneration roll, so I'm back to 4, but that was scary. I'm not used to Tyranids being able to shoot things off the board though, so it's kind of fun.
Yay!
Not much happened over here. I killed 1 Jetbike, and that is it for Tyranid Turn 2. Right now the score is 2 to like 6. Yeah, so got a lot of ground to cover.
Ow. Wow.
I know. End of Eldar Turn 3. Flyer came on. Swooping Hawks came on. Not a whole lot happened. I think the Flyer took out a Crimson Hunter. I think you try to do Psychic Shriek again against the Hierophant, and despite me rolling like 10 dice against it, I didn't deny it, but nothing happened.
Yes.
Other than that, everybody's okay.
I took out one of these guys.
Yeah, you took out the Zoanthrope.
And I took 2 of my objectives.
Yeah, once again, she's getting handed objectives, and the Jetbikes are able to just go catch them. She needed that one in the very back, which she got, and she just so happened to roll for this one, so she got that one as well. So we're starting to see how the randomness is fun, but it's also
very biased.
Very random, and yeah, it can just totally
all by chance.
Yeah, bone you over if you just aren't lucky. So, moving on to Tyranid Turn 3.